I have a statement here from Julius Baer, and it says, and I want you to respond to what your former employer is saying. After his demands, including those for financial compensation in connection with the dismissal, could not be satisfied, Mr. Elmer embarked in 2004 on a personal intimidation campaign and vendetta against Julius Baer. The aim of his activities was and is to discredit Julius Baer as well as their clients in the eyes of the public. With this goal in mind, Elmer has been spreading baseless allegations and passing on unlawfully acquired, respectively retained documents to the media and also to WikiLeaks. How do you respond to that, Mr. Elmer?
I do have the problem with these allegations. As I said, look, they are going after my person. They're not going after the facts. We have newspaper out. I gave interviews to newspapers. I'm sorry to mention this one, but the Guardian article is one of the articles which really shows the wrongdoing of Julius Baer. Many articles about this issue is more about my person, to discredit my person, what I'm saying. But I do understand the approach the bank has to take. I can follow that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, I'm fighting abusive behavior. I'm fighting poverty. I do have the right to fight poverty and tax evasion, and tax evaders are criminals, and they are one of the causes which is responsible for poverty in our society.
Mr. Elmer, let me just take you back to the Cayman Islands. Let's not name anybody because, as you said, you're not in a position to name people. But let's look at an unnamed, unidentified Indian who comes to you, who approaches you and asks you to set up a beneficiary account. How would you handhold this person? If you could explain this process to the viewers. What is the system that is followed? Because the system is all about opacity.
No. The system is about secrecy, basically. But what, for instance, an Indian person would do is making the contact to Switzerland, one or the other way, travels to Switzerland, talks to the banker, and then the banker would make sure that the structure is set up, let's say a trust or a company. I'm talking here of super high net worth individuals, to set up the structure. The client never would travel to the Cayman Islands. He will never have contact with the Cayman Islands, because what's happening is if there is any, let's say, answering machine which is confiscated by the police in India, and they found out he has any connection to the Cayman Islands, which would mean they could link him to a Swiss bank. So it's happening in Switzerland, and the best way of doing is actually travel to Switzerland and set up structure here.
How many such Indians
you don't want to have any paper trail at all.